Hi, you're welcome to day 10. And in today's lecture, I'll be looking at Supabase 101, which is an introduction to back-end development using Supabase. Permit me as I take you through the remaining of the slide. First, let's look at the learning goals. In this lecture, you'll be able to understand the key Supabase and the database terms such as Schema, JWT, RAS, and CRUD. And you'll be able to create a secure Supabase backend. You'll be able to connect Supabase to Python, also the Streamlit. You'll be able to perform the CRUD operation, which is to create, to read a table, to update a table, and to delete a table. You enable role level security, which is shortened as RLS. And you'll be able to build real-time user-specific prediction logging. Now let's go through the key terms. So when we talk about schema, schema is just the logical name place in Postgres containing tables and view, whereas the role level access, shortly known as RLS, helps to restrict access based on user identity. Then for the JSON web token, shortly known as JWT, it's used for secure and stateless authentication. Now for the real-time WebSocket-based DB change notification from Supabase. Then we have the universally unique 128-bit identifier, shortly known as UUID, which is set as the primary key. So don't get worried, as I will be showing you these during the seminar section, and once we are able to create an account with Supabase, and while we are on our Anaconda prompt, all you need to do is to say pip install Supabase for you to be able to use that. Okay, so let's look at Supabase architecture. Supabase architecture, some of the services it has is one, we can make use of the Postgre database. Secondly, authentication, such as email, JWT, just to mention a few. Also, it has services of real-time channels and also object storage. For Supabase, it is said to incorporate web, mobile, and Python application, and its connection is very easy to implement. And also, it's a unified access to real-time data and resources. Supabase also empowers developers with powerful back-end services. Now, I have a diagram below which shows how various platforms interact with Supabase services. So we have the browser, the Python, and mobile through the protocol called the HTTP or the web service, where we have the Supabase, which is being managed by the PostgreSQL. Now, creating a Supabase project, all you need to do is to go to the website, as you can see on the screen, and then you create a new project. In this our class, we're going to name it as Smart Energy, and then you choose the region where you are, maybe China, Singapore, or Pakistan, as the case may be. Then you set a strong DB password and save your project URL and annotation key. So we are going to do this also during the seminar section. This is just for the lecture. So in case if you want to see the seminars, please just go to the next video after this. Create a prediction table using SQL. We need to create a table, and this is just part of the code we do in creating table. Nevertheless, when we get into the coding section, I'm going to tell you what codes to do, and automatically you're going to see the table that has been created. Next is the secret and SDK connection. Here we have the .f file. So this contains the Supabase URL. This link, this site, you're going to see it in your Supabase account, and then this you're going to see this annotation key also from there. So I'll put you through, so don't get worried, just relax. Then we have the Python SDK. And from this part, we are going to import create clients, we're going to import OS, and then with that, we are going to carry out our os.get environment of the Supabase URL and that of the annotation key. Next, I would like to tell you some of the operations that can be done, shortly called the CRUD operation. First, C means create, R means read, U means update, and D means delete. So in creating a table, all we need to do is say Supabase.table function. And here we are going to tell what table is that, and then be able to insert the parameters we need. .execute is to carry out the execution of that line of code. And then we have read. For read, we are also going to use Supabase.table. In this case, we have prediction and then select. It means that we want to read a particular maybe cell, column, or row. And update is used to modify or to add or to change something. So in this case, you can see the line of code we are using to execute that. In case if you don't want such table, all you need to do also is to type Supabase.table prediction, so we can delete anything we want, maybe email, maybe the column or the row, or in fact the table. Now, real-time subscription. When you log into your Supabase, you're also going to see this real-time if you want to enable it or disable it. So I'll also show you that. And this is just the code we use, where we have the Supabase.channel method and also this line of code to tell us what is being on. So this is just a syntax, simple code we can do for real-time subscriptions. Next, we have the role level security. For the role level security, we can have this kind of code which we create policy and be able to tell what user can view in their own roles on prediction being disabled. For select, using the authentication.email equals to the user email. Okay, so this line of code will ensure user only access their own data, and it is best that you enable your role level security in production. So integration in Streamlit. So how do we integrate all this in our Streamlit? So all you need to do for that client, that table, we are going to insert the necessary columns we want to see, such as user email, hour, day of the week, voted, predicted KW. So it means that at the end of the day, we'll have 5 columns, and then we are going to execute this code. Next we will be common errors and fixes. So in case we encounter some errors like 401 unauthorized, 400 bad inputs, or connection refuse, what are the likely causes and what should you do? So let's start with 401 unauthorized. This means that you've put the wrong API key, and all you need to do is go back to the Supabase dashboard and copy the right API key, and even confirm if the annotation key is correct and the project URL link if it is correct. Also, if you have the 400 bad inputs, this means that you're having a mismatch. Maybe what you have specified for the table based on the row and column is not corresponding to that being found in the Supabase. So what you need to do is go back to check the table schema and make sure you give it a perfect match. Next, we have there is a connection refuse. This could be as a result of VPN or Firebase issue. So try to check your connection. If you have to on or switch off your VPN, you can do that. You could also open port 443, or you could use the VPN to correct that. So in summary, Supabase is the combination of PostgreSQL authentication and also real time. Also, it uses RLS to secure your data, and it has the operations such as create, read, update, and delete table using the Python SDK. And it has real time for responsive data boards, for responsive dashboards, sorry. And also, Streamlit plus Supabase is equivalent to our production-ready AI apps, which we have to date. So thank you for listening. Remember, this is just a quick review for the lecture. For the coding section, don't forget to watch my next video after this. If you're just joining us for the first time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your loved ones. Thank you for watching. Do have a nice day. I'm signing out now. Bye.